Hello, Black Gypsy here. In today's pick a card reading, we're going to be talking about why did they reject you? Why did they reject you? So this could apply to a career. Maybe you got rejected at your job. This could apply to romance. Maybe somebody you had a crush on rejected you. Or this can apply to anything in life where you were rejected and you didn't get a clear answer on why. So today we have two piles you can choose from. Pile number one is represented by this crystal, purple crystal diamond here. And pile number two is represented by this blue crystal diamond here. So pile number one, pile number two, timestamps will be in the description box below. Pick your pile and I will see you at your reading. I'll also like to say that I do $2 tarot readings, so if you're interested you could check the Gumroad link in the description box below and I will deliver your reading within 24 hours. Thank you, and on to your reading. Hi, if you picked pile number one with this purple crystal diamond, let us see, why did they reject you? Okay, pile number one. Before we get into our tarot cards, let us look at the oracle messages that we have for today. This one says, Mars Drive.
Hey everyone, big heads up, Paleo Valley's running a sale on all their meat sticks right now. You can get 30 sticks for $36, which comes out to $1.20 per stick.
This one says, Stormy.
Why these are the fastest growing meat sticks on the market.
This one says, Vision, Aphrodite. Now, onto our tarot cards. The first card that we have here is the Sun in reversed. The second card we have here is the Queen of Pentacles. And the last card we have here is the Six of Swords. So, why did they reject you? Pile number one. Well, I see with the Sun card that they weren't too happy. Something about them where it was not very happy, or they didn't have a very positive experience recently, or at the time that they interacted with you when they rejected you. I feel like with the Sun card, they might have experienced some sort of failure. If this is like a career related reading, like if you are asking about, like, maybe you were rejected at your job, or you were rejected at a job interview, or trying to maybe get promoted but for some reason you were rejected, the Sun card talks about like something not being very successful. I am seeing the Vision card here, and I see the Mars Drive. The person that rejected you, they didn't think that you would match their vision. Maybe they saw things in a certain way. They wanted things to be in a certain way, But with the Queen of Pentacles here, like whenever I see the Queen of Pentacles, is somebody that's very dedicated, somebody that's very committed, somebody that does things detail by detail. And they're also perfectionists. So this person that rejected you, they had some sort of goal, they had some sort of vision in mind, and then there was something about you that just didn't fit in, or you were kind of like that tiny stain or spot in a white dress that they just can't get rid of. And I'm sorry it came out like that, but this person is just very particular on how they want things to turn out. Okay? With the Six of Swords, sometimes I want to just ask you, pile number one is, do you feel like the rejection, does it make you feel liberated? Do you feel liberated from this rejection? Do you feel like you can go on and about and find newer and better things? Or before the rejection, let's just ask this, before you rejected, was it a bit of a challenge just to communicate your expectations with this person? Does it seem like you were pulling teeth? Does it seem like this person misunderstood you? Right? This person might not understand your way of doing things. And did it seem like you were maybe combative? And I don't want to make it like it was aggressive or anything, but the Six of Swords is about like moving away from tumultuous things, tumultuous events, tumultuous relationships. It doesn't have to be a career reading, but the way I felt about it with the person is that this person wanted to be liberated from a lot of chaos, liberated from a lot of mess, right? There was something quite messy about you. And I'm sorry that came out the way it did, but I'm just channeling how I feel because I'm seeing the Stormy card here. Like this person right here. There was something about you that could have disrupted what their plans were. Maybe for a project, maybe for an ideal partner, maybe for responsibilities of some sort, and they just didn't want you there. And with the Drive card, Mars, this is a very masculine energy. When you're dealing with Mars, they're all about going after what they want, being very competitive, nothing in their way. I feel like this person that rejected you, it wouldn't surprise me if they rejected you in such a harsh way. They might have rejected you like, they might have just said a straight up no, or they might have just given you unnecessary negative criticism that could damage one's ego. And I'm sorry if that had happened to you. But with the Queen of Pentacles here, I said before, is that this person is very particular. This person is very hardworking. And you are also hardworking too, pile number one. All right, this person might see you as very hardworking as well. I sense that you are very hardworking, but this person here is very serious about their happiness here, their success, how they want to be seen. But for some reason, it's like you are like the person that blocks their light, distorts their vision here. And that's why they may want to just leave you behind so that they can find someone or something that aligns to their goals. So, onto our truth picture, I'm going to pull out 3 cards to fine tune this message a bit further. We have athletic. We have mean. And we have young. Athletic, mean, and young. Some of you guys with the athletic card, you might have been rejected from a team. Maybe you guys wanted to be part of a team. Maybe you were someone that wanted to be playing a sport like basketball, wrestling. It could be even a dance team, cheerleading team, whatever team. Some of you guys are really young. Some of you guys are in high school. Some of you guys are in college. But whatever it was, if you are in that field, maybe you're rejected because you weren't athletic enough, you weren't fit enough, you weren't flexible enough. Okay, or the person that rejected you is someone who is athletic, right? But like I said before, with all these things, there's something about like your work ethic here. The Queen of Pentacles shows up. Maybe your work ethic could be in question, or the Pentacle energy can talk about your physicality, your body, your health. Maybe there were some health conditions that you may have that wasn't up to par on the person that rejected you. Mean is the second card. This is self-explanatory. The person that rejected you definitely has a very mean demeanor. Something very mean about them. Like I said before, it was someone that could damage one's ego. They go after what they want. They say what they do. I feel like with the Six of Swords, they might have given you a cold shoulder. They might have said no and then walked away. They didn't give you a detailed explanation. I feel like the person that rejected you is very cocky as well. I mean, I do see the Sun card in reverse. It does represent an egotistic personality. You know, somebody that likes to be a center of attention. Last but not least, we have the Young card. I did said earlier that some of you guys might be young. Some of you guys might be in high school or in college. When I think of young, it could mean like inexperience. It could mean just starting out something. Or when I think of young, it could also mean underdeveloped. I did talk about the athletic card. When I think of athletes, I think of muscular build. I think of flexibility. Some of you guys, there was probably something about your physique that was just underdeveloped. They might have thought you were malnourished. If not, they just thought that you didn't have enough experience in stuff. Because I do see the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Pentacles is a mature energy. She has experience here, right? And maybe the person that rejected you wanted someone with experience. Someone that understood the work, the task, the art of something. And apparently maybe you just didn't have that. Now, you could be in your 30s, you could be in your 40s, right? It doesn't matter, but the person may just wanted someone with a lot of experience, and you probably did not have enough experience here with the Young card. So that is what I have for you, pile number 1. Sorry if the message came out to be hard, but that's how I felt. If you find this message to resonate, I do offer $2 tarot readings. You could check out in the Gumroad link below. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Hi. If you pick pile number 2 with this blue diamond crystal, let us see, why did they reject you? Okay, pile number 1. Before we get into our tarot cards, let us look into the oracle messages that we have for today. This one says Gemini, communication. This one says hidden in plain sight. This one says lust. Now, onto our tarot cards. The first card we have is the Fool card. The next card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. And the last one we have is the Moon card in reverse. So, why did they reject you? Pile number 1. Well, we see the Fool card, the first card right here. It's all about fresh new beginnings. It's about like being free. It's about like no strings attached, just wandering, exploring. It's an impromptu energy, doing things on the spot. I feel like the person who rejected you values their independence. They value doing their things their own way. There is a sense of them not being so attached to things. There's a sense of them being like, I want to do things my way. I don't really want to have another person with me while I'm doing my own expenditures, or if I'm doing my own projects, or if I'm doing my whatever it is that they're working on here. Because I do see the Nine of Pentacles right next to it, which is a card about like enjoying one's success, one's possessions, one's self. This is a card about independence. This is a card about like being successful after working so hard. This is like the person that likes to go to a fancy restaurant, eats by themselves, have a nice lobster, or maybe wants to spend $5,000 on a purse. Something about this energy is like, I want to be free. And the Moon card, lastly, it's about like they don't want any surprises. They don't want to feel insecure, right? There's something about you where with the Moon card, it's all about the unknown. The Moon is all about things not being clear, seeing one side of something. I feel like the person just didn't want to be fake around you. This person didn't want to have to put a mask when they interact with you and be like, oh my God, I can't be myself with this person because it just may not, I don't want this person to see the goofy side of me. When I think of the Fool card, it's like, it's self-explanatory, like being a fool. Like it's kind of like the person that stays in their apartment all by themselves and they just play loud music and they're dancing, wild hair, smells funny, whatever. That's just it's like free as those butterflies, but around you it's like they just can't be themselves. Right? With the hidden in plain sight card, right? This person, I feel like you may not really know them very well. Like you might see one person, like you might see the person at their job and they act all professional, all kind, all helpful, but I feel like you don't really know them here. I feel like the person that rejected you just wanted to be more vulnerable with themselves, and they don't like to be vulnerable with you. See, that's why the Gemini card is there. There's this, like I said, there's something two-faced about this person. And I feel like this person just doesn't want you to see the other side of themselves. They like to be free. They like to do things their own way. And with the Lust card, a lust, when I think of this card, lust, there's something very non-committal about this person. I did say that before, like they like their independence. But with lust, Lust is more like temporary, like it's just temporary excitement. It's not like love where you gotta commit, get to know the person, be sensitive with their feelings, see things long term. This person just likes the here and now. They like to have fun. There's no commitment here. If this is a romantic feeling, if this is like a person that you have romantic interests in, if you have crush on this person doesn't feel very comfortable showing all sides to themselves with you for some reason. I feel like this person just wants to use you when they want to use you, and then when it's time for them to just like retreat and go back to their home, that's when the real side of them start to show up, right? That's the reason why they rejected you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out three cards from my truth picture to fine tune this message a bit further. We have wild. Wow. Wild. We have sexy. We have exotic. We have wild, sexy, and exotic. This person that rejected you is very horny. When I see these cards for some reason. So for the wild card, this is very self-explanatory since the beginning of this reading. There's something very wild about this person. This person just doesn't like to be tamed. This person wants to do things their way whenever they want. They don't want to be tied down. There's something about you that will slow this person down and they don't like it. All right. They want to be in their own habitat, exploring, doing things their own way. Also, I think something about this person, they like to be nude. They like to be naked. I'm seeing two cards here that shows nude people. I feel like this person likes to walk around naked in their house. Like they just want to be vulnerable. They don't like to be judged. They just want to be free. And here with the sexy card, why did they reject you? Sexy is a very, very self-explanatory card. Maybe the person that rejected you um, may find you sexy. They may find you sexy, but they're not committal. There's something very shallow about them. There's something very like they have a very lustful energy. They have this energy of like, oh, I see a very attractive person over there. Let me try to talk with them, spend maybe 1 or 2 nights with them, and then throw them out. Kind of person I'm thinking of right now. There's something very, very shallow about them. But the person may find you sexy, or they might be sexy. And last but not least, we have the exotic card. Exotic is all about things that are foreign, things that are different. The person rejected you may want something new here with the exotic card. They want something that's very different. They want something that's just like, wow, I just want to experience that so I can add it to my bucket list. I'm also getting a sense that the person that rejected you may have a love for animals, especially for exotic animals, like with the Nine of Pentacles here. We see the tiger. There's a tiger next to the woman. This person may want like an exotic pet. We have a iguana on this woman's shoulder here. All right. This person may own in like a pet. This woman has 2 wolves next to her. Something about animals this person must really, really like. But the thing is that pile number 2, if this resonates, maybe you should start questioning yourself here. Have you seen this person having two sides? Do you feel like this person is hiding a personality from you? Have you seen them cry before? Have you seen them angry? Have you seen them, trying to hide something? Do you pay attention to their mannerisms? Sometimes if whoever the person is, may it be a coworker or a romantic interest, it is important to know, to see the different phases of these emotions that I just mentioned, right? Otherwise, you might be up for a surprise. And sometimes you got to ask yourself, do you feel like maybe it's not this person, maybe it's you. Do you feel like you don't want this person to be around you? Do you want to be free? Do you want to do things on your own, things that excite you, things that are new to you, that are unknown to you, right? I am getting a strong message about someone wanting to let their other side go, their other personality be free instead of trying to suppress it. This could be you or this could be the person. And if this person causes you to suppress this other side of this other personality that you have, then maybe you should get rid of it. But think about those questions that I just mentioned. Otherwise, that is your tarot reading. Thank you for watching. And if you find the message to resonate, feel free to go to my Gumroad link in the description box below for a tarot reading. I will give it to you within 24 hours after the order has been placed. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.